to a W3CSS Paragraphs demo. I am Alaa Haddad, the developer for the W3CSS Theme and the W3CSS Paragraphs module. If you want to build along with me, you will need the following. A Drupal 9 or 10 site installed, the W3CSS Theme, the W3CSS Paragraphs module, the Paragraphs module, the Entity Reference Revisions module, the Field Group modules. I have on my local Drupal site installed with some dummy content. I don't have any customization, all the default. These are the two default theme. I downloaded the W3CS theme and I downloaded all the required modules on my local. This tutorial is going to build one of the W3CSS paragraph in the Parallax bundle, this name or this bundle. To start our demo, I'm going to activate or install the theme. After installing the theme, we will go and install all the required modules. Go to extend and look for W3CSS. This module, it should require all the necessary. And after installing these modules, we will go and add a new content type to use it for our demo. So structure, content type, add content type. I don't want to be using the body field. I'm deleting the body field. I want to add a new paragraph field, the one we're using for our demo. Name it. I want to exclude this one by default. This is just a shared one. And also the section. You don't want to see the section because you will always add a parallax, not a section. You cannot use a section by itself. So I'm excluding this one also from just showing. And I click save. And I should see by default when I'm adding a field, simple, parallax, and image. And that's the idea. So let's go add content. And I'm adding a field. And just so you know, the module, the W3CSS paragraph, it's about a parent module. The parent module has some sub-modules inside it. The parent module has two bundles by default enabled. And each module, each paragraph bundle, it's in its own sub-module. So you don't have to enable one module and you have all these bundles enabled or installed on your site if you don't need them. If you need one, you could just go and enable it. So now let's add the parallax. And just also by default, any W3CSS paragraph bundle has always content and display tab. Content is to enter the content. The display tab has field to control the output of this content. The output, I can change border color, background, text color, margin, width, or something like that to help you with this picture. So when you create a paragraph or any kind of box, the paragraph, I call it just a box on the page. So this box usually has a background and content or text inside it. So the feature I'm adding here under display, I can change the background, the text color, the width of this box, the padding, the border, the margin, or the border corners if I want to make it rounded or something. If you look to these features here, they're exactly these things you can change. For each bundle always have a content and display. And since Parallax bundle has another sub bundle inside it, so also the Parallax section has the display and content. So I'm going to start by adding just let's add this one. So main section title, and to start I'm going to add an image. I'm using the media field, the media module, not. I'm adding some text. For this specific bundle, there is always a field must be filled, which is the height of this parallax, because we are trying to accomplish something like that. We need to set the height, because as you see here, the text go over the image. To accomplish that in the CSS, the height must be set. So this field must be set per pixel. So that's the only one required inside the child, not the parent. There is indicator, you can tell if you're a child or a parent adding or testing. I updated the borders at the bottom so that the parent is thicker than the child. And if I go back to the content, okay, now I have an image and some text. If I click save, I should see, here is what I really need. If I click edit, when I usually use a bundle with the child, I can feel the stage, it's kind of crowded. So I usually use a different theme for the admin, which is the Gen theme. So I'm going to install this theme, and under here I'm changing it from Claro to the Gen theme. And the Gen theme has a wider stage, so you can see the stage without crowding. So if I go back the setting, I want to update the setting for this one just to make the regular, and that's all. I'm not updating anything. So if I go back to the content, this is the content I added. If I click edit, now the stage is wider, as you see here. So this is the parent and this is the child inside it. If I click, now I can see. If I click a display, I have wider stage. I can see exactly. So this is the first. If I click save now, I'm going back to the content view. This is the first one. You could add the second one or as many as you want on the same page, as I have in the example here. I have several ones. Just remember, in this bundle specific, there is a must field, must be filled inside the display, which is give you an indicator here that there is something must be filled. Here it is. So if I go back, and of course, if I wanted to activate, let's activate some kind of these features so we know exactly what's happening. So I'm updating the child, not the parent. I'm adding just a background, and I could add some rounded corners. I want to see what's happening really. The idea with this module is really that here's the child, so you could see. I added rounded corner and background color. The idea with this module or this bundle, it has some features here. You can't just get experience with them at once. You have to play with them and see what's happening really, or what is going on with this kind of feature until you get the output you wanted. So now I'm playing with the parent. As you see here, the child, this is the parent. I'm changing a background for the parent. I want to see where is the parent exactly. So that's so the parent is here. Okay, so now I can tell exactly. So if I want to add some padding to the parent or something like that, I will go and update. Here is the padding. I can add, not this one. So click save. Here is I added a padding here to the parent. If I want to go add a padding to the child, this is the child here, so I'm going here and adding to the child some padding. So the child, here is the padding. I could add more here. Click save. So now I added more to the child. The top and the bottom. We want to add something around, not just the top and the bottom. So here is around. I added top and bottom. So here is a padding. I can add margin to make it different also. The idea here is really to play, to update your image and text, and you play with that layout until you get what you really need. I think that will cover this bundle. Thank you for watching. I hope you like it. Bye.